In October, Rovers are getting by on only 15 players. Half of these are full-time professionals, the rest part-timers. Victory at last, but at too heavy a cost. The left back has had a nasty knock.
I don't remember getting the ball on that.
Do you remember going up to the ball or anything?
No.
Is that it? Yeah.
Well, what's the first thing you remember?
Yeah, box down, yeah.
Coming around in the hospital.
In the hospital, not in the ambulance.
No, I don't
Don't you remember the rude names we called you before you went out?
I don't.
We must go over there.
What do the players do the week after? So if we're going away for a fortnight...
Yeah, well, we can come back and organise the players, do. It's no problem.
Because I really want to come back in the middle of my honeymoon to go
Why not?
what the players do.
Why not? We'll all be there.
You're lucky, man, in the season, you know.
He seems all right within himself, doesn't
Oh,
he?
I know that, yeah. But he's still got a bit of a headache. And he's had the concussion. He's had it fairly badly. And as I say, it would be a grave mistake to play on Wednesday.
Just really, yeah. Just, it was only medical grounds was going to put him out, really, because...
Oh, that's all, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we need him a little bit.
Oh, I know that, unfortunately. Yeah. Obviously, he's disappointed as well. But I'm afraid there isn't anything I can do about it.
Play left back, that?
I'll try.
Okay, thanks very much anyway.
Yeah, no. I remember in the old days, we used to come in, one time, we couldn't get in, you used to stand on Borough Road. I've heard a lot of suggestions that Pongo wearing it was a better centre forward. I've heard that as well.
I think Pongo then had a spell of inside the two Dixie.
In the euphoria of a victory, few of Rovers' long-suffering fans realise the serious loss to the side's playing strength.
Just been talking to Doc, and he's not happy about the injury. He thinks that if you play, if it had been anything else, he would, obviously he's tried to give you a blessing. But he says anything with the head, he's not happy with at all. Because if by any accident you had got a knock on him again, that he wouldn't be responsible. So if it was a knee or anything, then he would say, yeah, you take a chance on it.
Well, to be honest, boss, I was prepared to accept it and take the elements of risk that was with it.
Yeah, well, obviously we need players because of the situation, but at the same time, I don't think we can go against him. I'm sorry, I have to tell you that I sold Bobby Hutchison, but the deal went through, and we got 12.5 plus VAT. Mansfield are paying the VAT. And I think that Bobby Hutchison was a good player for us, and I'm sure we're all sorry to see him go. Unfortunately, Les Parry broke his leg on Saturday. I went up to see him yesterday, and he seems quite comfortable. As far as we know, it's a clean break. So that's the best news I can give you on that. And it appears through Mr. Johnson that he'll be on plaster for 3 months. So it's a bad loss because he was playing quite well.
Well, now, each of you has got a statement. About a month ago, we had a letter from the bank stating that under no circumstances were they prepared to exceed a facility of £67,000. Now, that meant effectively that we'd be closing our doors in about a week because we simply wouldn't be able to meet the wages bill. Now, Mr. Butterfield and I went down to the bank, and our object was to gain time. And we agreed with the bank that they would give us a facility of £85,000 until the end of November. The object of getting that facility was purely to gain time, either to find a financial backer or to sell players or both.
The board and the bank manager badly need a good run in the Milk Cup. A close result in the first leg at Chelsea will surely bring the supporters back to Prenton Park.
I say, the pressure is all on them. We've got to go out and we've got to convince people that we can play and that we're good enough to play at this level. Chelsea with a good support, one of the better teams, and we're getting a chance to play them. But it's down to us, and we've got to go and we've got to enjoy it. It's out there where you're in your corner and you come in with some result. And I've told you now, it's 2 games. It is 2 games, so we're disciplined all the time. And I'm saying get out and enjoy it, because that's what it's all about. I'm saying to you, can we beat them?
Yes.
I am absolutely disgusted with some of you. What do you mean? For 40 minutes you've run around like amateurs. We went out there to try and play Chelsea, play tight, and a cup match and come back with something. John Williams, Davy Burgess, you haven't covered each other. You haven't played as good defenders. Ian Griffiths, Neville Powell. We asked you to tuck in and play as midfield players going wide. And what do I watch from you? I see you playing against the right back, Biff, and I see you playing against Neville Powell. Now let's get this sorted out. For 5 minutes, we've shown that we can beat this team. I want to go out the second half and play exactly the same way as we played the last 5 minutes, and not that load of rubbish that you give me in the first 40 minutes. Now let's get sorted out and let's go and win this game. Okay, now Chuck and Cheese won the 2 halves. Jerry, how can we be so bad 1 half? Sit down, let me have a talk to you now that we're nice and fresh after the game. Come on in, Ray. Just sit down that side. Close the door over, Robbie. Close the door over, Robbie. Just sit down. Come on this side. Listen. How many times are we going to have to talk about this? We're 1 half excellent, first half, I'll tell you what, amateurs. Amateurs.
You got beat 3-1. Yeah, just in the dressing room. Second half it was, yeah. First half wasn't too good.
Can't be too happy.
No. That 1 goal makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
3 bad goals, that's what annoyed me more than anything else. Just
Well,
bad goals.
they are. But you did a great job. You know, I don't come down and make a fuss about this. You did a great job. With a bit of luck.
Rovers receive £8,000 as their share of the gate, but they're almost certainly out of the cup. On October the 29th, the news finally breaks.
Well, on the other side of the River Mersey, the very existence of football is under review. The club's balance sheet shows them to be more than £300,000 in debt. And most significantly, part of that overdraft is a £160,000 debt to the Allied Irish Bank. This morning, I spoke to the club chairman, Gerald Gould.
There is a danger that the club will fold up. We're doing our level best to keep it afloat, but it's a very hard job.
You've got to help them out as much as you can.
Well, fighting for the last cause.
How many people are interested in the Rovers?
You know, people want to go and see a football match. They usually go over the water to see Liverpool and Everton.
300,000 people on the Wirral.
Yeah.
You know, only 1,000 turns up.
All the time.
Yeah, if every person in Birkenhead or the Wirral give £1, would Sammy's average have to be cut?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have a penny to
If
pay.
they do that for Sammy, why don't they do it for some charities? You know, people aren't willing to spend the money on something like that.
It's just a totally different point. You just don't know. I love Sammy.
What you're saying about getting everyone to contribute £1 each.
Yeah, if everyone
They let all the supporters down, sold all the players off. Every time they get a good player, off they went. Never change.
Supporters weren't getting a fair whack.